This guy has been one of the most upsetting players in the NBA this season. You know, he left his team home, left his team just to get to a point to, he thought he would be able to compete in another place and be the number 2 or number 3 star player on this team. But it has not looked that way so far this season. And this is one of his worst seasons he's had in his career. And he's getting starter minutes. He's played 35 games already so far. He has a nickname that he calls himself, but a lot of people don't accept that name. He goes by Podcast P. It is Paul George. Where's Paul though? Where's Paul though? Well, guess what? Paul though is averaging 16.1 points per game this season. This is the worst season he's had in his career since 2014 and 2015. And that's the year he got hurt because he only played 6 games that year, which means he only averaged 8.8 per. He only averaged 8 points per game that season. But like I said, he only played in 6 games. He was hurt. Paul George does not look like the number 3 best player on the 76ers right now. He just doesn't. Now, they already have Joel Embiid, who really hasn't been available. Now, Paul George is barely available. He's also playing terrible. This is what he's done the last, other than tonight, because I know that they're playing right now. But the last 5 games, this is what he's put up. When the 76ers played against Miami on February 5th, he put up 9 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. He played 32 minutes in that game, 3 of 11 from the floor. Not good. Against Detroit, on the road, he put up 14 points, 6 of 10 from the field, better shooting percentage, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Okay, that's all right. Against Milwaukee, 12 points, 4 of 8 from the field. Or 4 of 8 from the field. Oh, so my apologies. I made a little bit of mistake. So against Detroit, he had 14 points, 1 rebound, no assists. Against Milwaukee, he had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Then against Toronto, he put up 14 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And then in the very last game before the All-Star break, against the Brooklyn Nets, Paul George, PG-13, Playoff P, Podcast P, is who he really is, scored a grand total of 2 points and was 1 of 7 from the field. He only shot the ball 7 times in that game against the Nets. And that went along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Paul George, where you at, man? What you doing? You're only averaging 16 points per game this season. This is the worst. Like I said, this is the worst season you had when you've played more games since 2000. When you played more than 6 games since 2012, the 2012-2013 season. That's a long time ago. You were with Indiana during that time. Yes, I'm talking about PG, Paul George. Where's Paul, though? He has not played well this season. Vaughn, your boy, I mean, not your boy, because I know it's not your team, but PG just, you said it, he fell off. He looks like a role player and not a good one. A very inconsistent role player. That's what he looks like right now. He's had comments saying that, he's bored playing the 5, it's difficult to play with Embiid. You knew that before you signed up for it. You knew that it wasn't going to be easy playing alongside Joel Embiid, but you decided that you want to do it anyway. You're not looking good right now, PG. And that's why I got to put you in the doghouse. This is for the first half of the season. You just have not looked good. I don't know what you're going to do to get better. But what you're doing ain't working, my boy. Maybe you should have stayed in LA, or maybe you should have did something and went back to Indiana. I don't know what you should have did. But Philly ain't the place to be. And it ain't the place to be when you're playing like a scrub. You know, Philly, you should know by now, that Philly crowd, them Philly fans, they something serious. But this is where you decided to go. Until you do something different, where you start actually looking like Paul George, this is where you're going to be. So, Paul George, you're in the doghouse.
My guy, you're in the doghouse.
Oh, you got Indiana fans that don't even want you back. But that's where you are.